Today's Albion Online video is all about how to fame farm the open world more efficiently. So a lot of my guides have just been like, oh, if you're a new player, if you're starting out, you should just farm the open world tier 5 yellow zones. And so what people do is they'll go to the open world and they'll kill mobs, and that's all they'll do, and they won't really put much more thought into that. And this video is a little more advanced version of how to actually fame farm in the open world. I'm not going to be going over builds. You can use whatever build you want. I'm not even using an efficient build. I'm just using a 5-3 bear paws. And the reason I recommend 5-3 is because it's the first thing that you unlock after playing for a few hours. I got this gear in 6 hours of playtime. That's it. On a brand new account, brand new character, brand new server even. This is the first launch opening day of the European server. Free-to-play launch, that is, and I did not, buy any Founders Packs or anything. I didn't get in early. I had to wait like everyone else. And so, this video is going to... First, I'm going to show you just how crazy this fame farm is when you do this one little trick. I know, right? And then, I'm going to show you that one little trick, which is pretty simple to do, and I've made this video years ago, but because, Europe just launched, I'm remaking this video. But anyway, it's not so much about your build. If you want to maximize your build, go for a high AoE damage weapon with all cloth, because you're not really going to be using your armor pieces much. I'm going to have to use it because I'm wearing leather, unfortunately. A fast mount and some bag space to hold all the crap that gets dropped. But I'm going to show you the fame farm and then the tricks. And of course, you want to be 3 zones away. Now, a lot of people are complaining on Europe that the zones are overcrowded. You leave Bridgewatch and you go 1 zone away, yeah, there's going to be 300 plus people. It's cluster queued all freaking day. And that's going to die down over time. But I'm at least 3 zones away. So I went Smooth Floor Cleft, Redstone Plain, Falconess Hill. That's 3 zones away. Because I'm 3 zones away and I'm faction flying, that's 15% more fame. That's not what this kind of guide is about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of fame farming right now. And you're going to see just how crazy this is. And you're going to notice that I'm going to be running by mobs, right? I'm going to be running by certain mobs. So here we go. And we're going to go ahead. And already we have an enchanted mob. And the reason why I'm able to find enchanted mobs, I'm going to reveal towards the end of the video. But essentially, I would pump armor and stuff. And again, you're going to see me clear lots of very big mob camps very, very quickly. And you're going to also notice that even though this is the first day, the busiest day of this server's life ever, everyone's out here fame farming, this place is insanely packed, I'm still able to find, lots of mobs to pull, all at once here. Now, unfortunately, these mobs weren't upgraded, so that's kind of a crappy pull, but they're worth 900 each. So that's 3,600 fame, just straight up. It's just straight up free fame. And some enemies I will stop and gank, but, well, kill, rather, not really gank. You don't gank NPCs, do you? But look at this big, juicy camp, and I could probably grab these 2 also, maybe, maybe not. We can try. Okay, yeah, I can only pull one side or the other. I can't pull both, but that's okay. But, yeah, we got a big camp here, and let's go ahead and pop our armor on these so we can go ahead and kill them. And yes, my mount is about to die, and that's a shame, so I'm going to walk away, let my mount despawn, and let's just go ahead and just mosey on down this way. Pop boots, why not, so we can have a little bit of run speed. Grab some mobs, and hey, look, it's another really big camp just full of mobs. And yeah, we're just going to be, doing this big old camp here, and I did not have my abilities on cooldown. I'm killing mobs so fast that my abilities aren't on cooldown. And people are like, well, you can't find mobs? You can't find mobs on day 1, opening day, in a tier 5 yellow zone 3 zones away? And, to that I say, yes, you can find mobs if you just know what you're doing. And I'm going to teach you so that you have the ability to find the mobs just like I am. And no, I'm not using any kind of cheats or hacks. I'm not using third-party programs. I don't have someone in Discord whispering in my ear where mobs are. None of that stuff. I've just been out here for at least an hour. That's all it takes is 1 hour. And I'm going to show you. It's so simple. It's very basic. It's something our ancestors did back in the day in the real world when they wanted to remember where stuff was. Hey, look, another giant mob camp. What are the odds? What are the odds, We've done... Every single one of these mob camps is worth like 1 to 2 fame tomes. Think of it like that, right? Everyone's like, oh, this is such a slow fame farm, right? You're not able to do this in the red and black zone. In the red and black zone, you would have to have an even Guccier set just to even attempt that, and the mobs would just smack you down dead. You would be dead. You'd die. Players would roll up and execute you. Like, players would just follow you around if you had a Gucci set on, right? They're not gonna let you fame farm. Let's see, I believe, yes, this is level 4. We got 4 of them here. Again, this camp not upgraded, but here's the thing with hunting upgraded mobs. The more mobs that are in a camp, the higher % chance that one of them upgrades. And it looks like this guy got this mob camp, but he didn't pull the juicy ones, so I guess they're mine. I'm gonna try to bundle them up. There we go. Go ahead and just get them nice and snug. Now, this would have been a 6 mob pull if that other player hadn't stolen it. And like I said, this is the busiest day that this server's ever going to have. It's only downhill from here. And, you know, we're finding very large packs of mobs. See that singular enemy ran right by it. And you're like, why did you skip that mob? Well, there was a big camp here, and it looks like they got cleared out by a player as well. Again, we're not always going to be able to get all the juicy camps, but with this trick that I'm going to show you in just a little bit, it's just like maybe 5-6 more pulls, okay? You know, I got some fame farming to do. And, okay, here's another one. That's 3 there, plus 2. That's a 5 mob pull. Go ahead and bunch them up. Nice and good. Go ahead and slap them with the axes. And again, there's way faster builds than this. This is actually one of the slower builds. Okay, I didn't check my mic if that muted. Okay, good. Alright, and it looks like we got another one over here, and there's another player also pulling. Now, this was one of my areas. This was a 4 mob pull, but that's okay, because right down here, there's another one, and I'm going to beat him to it with this little 4 mob pull here. There we go. It's not the biggest, you know, pull, but it's still a respectable pull. Go ahead and slap him with the bear paws. This mob decided he didn't want to fight, but I pulled him in with the laser. That's why I brought the laser. Okay, next up is... I'm a little bit out of sync here, but we're going to go ahead and just speed upward here. And yes, having a fast mount, especially a mount with a movement ability like this, does help. And it's not like I'm using my normal boots anyway in these combat encounters. Alright, next pull. We got 4 more to go. And then we can loop this for a little while. If we want, we can totally loop it for a while. And, oh, look, another 4 mob pull. What are the odds that I'm just getting all of these big bunches of mobs on the opening day of the EU server launch? This is on EU, by the way. This is not on West, okay? Like, look, I'll type stats, Swole Benji, someone stole my name, of course, 0, excuse me, and a female avatar? Why do they always make him a girl? What is up with that? Whoever keeps stealing my name always makes it a girl. And this one's not on my list. This one's a little 3-man pull, but this was an upgraded mob, so I decided I'm going to stop and farm this one. I did not plan to stop here, but hey, you know, if things happen and this person's chopping a tree nearby, you know, they're wrecking nature as one does. A little tier 5 armor. How much is that worth on day 1? That is worth 28,000. Look at that. Look at that. 28,000 is beautiful. Alright, and I didn't time my dash right. Oh well, that's fine. So I lost Gallop, but it's okay. We got a little 5 mob pull. I failed the first attempt. Let's try that again. Go ahead and pull them in just like that. Alright. And look at all these levels we've been getting in this video. We've been recording for about 8 minutes. And we've made way more fame than all your friends in the Black Zone. I'm not joking. I am not joking. We have out-fame farmed them, like, big time, okay? Like, 3-4 more pulls. Come on now. Stay with me just a bit longer, and just watch the fun. Now, unfortunately here is, you know, it's called Luck of the Draw, and you're going to see what I'm talking about in just a little bit. But, let's see, there's 3 mobs here. I'm not stopping for those. I could maybe combine that to a 4. We got a chest here in 30 seconds. Can't reach that chest. I'm filming a video. Okay, we are approaching the next pull spot. And, you know, I'm going to stop here, kill these 2, just because this guy's a little bit upgraded. So he's still 3,000 fame, right? He's 1/3 of a fame tome, right? 3,187. I'm getting these faction points. You know, I'm about to be able to get another upgrade. And here we, oh, you know what? I didn't have this one on the map. So I'm gonna add this one to my list now, because this is 4 mobs. This is a 4 mob pull that I did not have choreographed. So I'm gonna add that right now. I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I'm looking at real quick, and then we'll talk about it. So hold on just a sec here, and this is what I've been using. This is a little MS Paint map, okay? We're going to talk about that in a second, what that is. Alright, and I'm just drawing red circles every time I find a good pool. And you can see, if you just looked at that map, there's another one right below this one. And hey, look, upgraded mobs. Look how many upgraded mobs that I've gotten. Now, one of the biggest arguments against the yellow zone is that there's never upgraded mobs, or it's hard to find big clumps of mobs, or everyone's out here farming the mobs. So I'm proving once and for all to shut these Redditors up. Like, if you make a positive post about me on Reddit, they downvote you into oblivion. And that just shows that you know that I'm right. Oh, a Spike Boss. Oh, yes. Got it on film, too. Spike Boss. And, look at this, right? This is another thing that they say. They're like, oh, yellow zones, you'll never find Spike Bosses. You're never going to find any bosses. Bro, I kill, like, one of these every, like, 10 minutes. And, you know, we've been filming how long now? Oh, 10 minutes, 40 seconds. Okay. Well, you know, it was about time to find one, okay? And look how much fame this is going to give. This is without a satchel or anything, okay? 110,000, and got some items here, 9,000 items. So, yeah, pretty good stuff. Not bad for open world, not bad for a brand new player. And next pool is right around this corner. That's 2, and that's 4. Oh, look, another upgraded mob. Look at that. And again, these Redditors, they tell you, well, you know, yellow zone is overcrowded. It's overcrowded. You can't find mobs. You know, everyone's doing the yellow zone, and so the fame per hour is really bad. No, it isn't. It's better. This 5-3 set does not cost, yeah, it's on EU first day, so it costs a little bit. But, you know, since everything costs a lot, well, you can flip. You can make a lot of silver flipping. And, oh, look, upgraded mob. Now, this one wasn't on my list, but it was on the way to another one. Again, this fame farm is insanely good. Open world fame farm. It's like, okay, yes, the statics are better, but as a brand new player with no spec and no money and no gear, you can't do it yet. So this is the next best thing. This is the best fame farm for solo activities, okay? This is absolutely the best fame farm. Yellow zone, open world mobs, and, man, I'm stopping here, at this spot. There should have been 4, but I guess someone killed some, but they didn't kill the top spawn? What's going on with that? Now, I think we started the video inside the faction outpost, so we have oh, wait, we got an upgraded mob over here chilling. You know, just saw in the corner of my eye. We're gonna stop and kill that. Alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at the fame here. Like, I got the menu open, so you can look at that and see how much I earned in this, what, 11, 12 minutes? I haven't, what is the time? It is 12 minutes and 37 seconds. Okay, and we got one more pool. You know, we started here, but we're gonna do one more pool just because that technically completes the full lap. And then I'm gonna talk about the most simplest way that you can do this and how it works and the mechanics behind it. And just a free bag on the ground, you know, just a free green bag. I'll take it. Why not? I mean, they just left it there for me. Okay, and the final pull, this is the very first pull we did in the video, and there we go. We have successfully did one full lap, and yeah, so we got plenty of upgraded mobs, we got plenty of normal mobs, we got camps where nothing was upgraded, we got camps where players were there stealing the loot. So that's a full freaking lap. Let's talk about what we did and how we did it, and why we did it, and how you can do it, and how you can improve on it, and blah, 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 blah. Alright, so all I did was, on here, on my screen, I held the Alt button and pressed print screen. Then I opened MS Paint, and I pasted it in. You can see, I was like over here when I took the screenshot initially, and this was an hour ago, or maybe it was more, okay? It was 100 hours whenever I took the screenshot. Hold on, I actually hit a hotkey there. And right now, the in-game time is 1:52, so I spent an hour making this map, and you'll notice, even though I've been playing for almost 2 hours now, I still had a new addition. This is the new addition that I added during the video. And all these red dots. What are these red dots? Why am I putting red dots all over the map? These red dots mean that there are at least 4 mobs that I can pull and blow up at a time. Now, obviously, the biggest camp that we saw was this one here with, like, 8 mobs or something? I forget the number. And if you want, you could, like, put a number next to them, and you could have little numbers like this and stuff. That's one way to improve this map, but to me, it doesn't really matter that much. But what you're going to do is, whenever you come out somewhere to Fame Farm, and you want to just pick a place that you're familiar with that's 3 zones away, so it's not super, super crowded, and you're gonna play for an hour or longer, and every time you encounter 4 or more mobs, you put a circle on the map. Doesn't matter what color. I like the color red. It's easy for me to see. I guess I'm just attuned to blood and meat. So there you go. Now, make sure my recording software didn't crash. There we go. It did not crash. Okay. With that said, now, then you just find a route. So let's grab the color blue, and let's say we start here at this entrance right here in the southeast. Okay, so I'm gonna go da 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 woo doot doot doot, which is what I should have done, but I didn't. Doot 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 doot. And now by the time that I go back here, this camp will have respawned and upgraded, assuming no other players have nuked it. But sometimes they do, okay? And that's all you gotta do. And then you just go do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and you do that for 12 to 16 hours, and then boom, you're maxed out. You have 8.3, you're rich. You have all the fame that you need. You can then go fame farm statics for 10 times the fame per hour if you want. Now, I just want to mention here, okay, so I was level 44 on Cloth Sandals Fighter. That's interesting. What am I now? In 2 hours, okay? In a little under 2 hours. Cloth Sandals Fighter. Cloth Sandals Fighter. I'm now 61. I went from level 44 to 61. Now, how much fame is that? How much fame is that? I'm just curious. Now, obviously, it's a little 2 million-ish. Not exactly, because I'm losing 20% of the amount. When you unspec, you don't get the full amount back. I just want to point that out. But yeah, you know, pretty good. You know. Not bad. And also, I did go AFK a bunch. I had a solicitor knock on my door, and then they ran away. When, like, I like to talk to people. Solicitors knock on my door to sell shit, and this one knocked on the door. It was like a 4'7" granny. I opened the door. She looks at me, and she just bolts it. She just ran away, and I was like, okay, bye. You know, like, I don't even understand. Yes, I get it. I'm in the ghetto, but she took one look at me, and she just fled, and she's an old lady. She was fast. Like, I hope that I'm that fast when I'm that old. I don't even think that I could run that fast. This, like, 67-year-old lady, like, has got me beat on cardio. That's messed up. But anyway, point is that, you know, I took some breaks. I got a drink. I used the bathroom. I browsed the internet. I had some people calling me names, read some YouTube comments. So I'm not spending the full, like, 2 hours, you know, fame farming. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to get at here, the whole point is that, let me tell you a little bit more about this map, okay? Every single day, these mob spawns are not the same. They will randomize day after day after day. Now, this is when the server resets. Every day when the server resets, these spawns will move somewhere else. But it's not fully, truly random. It's semi-random. So what you can do is you can use this map, and you can still follow the route the next day, and then just when you find the new mob spawns that might be like here, or here, or here, then you just mark them, and then you delete the ones where they're no longer there. That's all you gotta do, right? And, you know, you're gonna spend 30 minutes to an hour each day making this map, but once you make it, you can fame farm it all day long, no problem. Now, I know some of you are gonna look at this map and you're like, I'm gonna go to Falkness Hill, and I'm gonna fame farm this exact same route. It won't work, because by the time you watch this video, it will be a new day, the server will have reset. You're going to have to make your own map, okay? And yeah, so let's, I don't know, you know, and to prove that it's not a one-off thing, like, oh, well, the camps move. No, they don't. These camps, hold on, these camps will be here the rest of the day until the server resets, which is in like 8, 10, I don't know how many hours. 5 plus 3, 8. Yeah, it was 8 hours. Wow, I got it first try. So when I go down here, there should be 4 mobs. We killed them earlier. They haven't respawned yet. Okay. But now, when I go up here, right up here where this little red dot is, we are going to find another 4+ spawn. So let's run up there. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull this guy, 6. There we go. And then we just nuke them down. Just nuke them down. Boom. Easy, right? And there you go. And then, you know, that was 6 mobs. 3 of them were upgraded, I think. I didn't count exactly. and then I have another spawn up here, right here, etc., etc. I can just run this route all night long and fame farm completely safe. And of course, if I see an upgraded mob by himself like this, I can stop and kill it, because this is 6 to 7,000 fame. There's no reason not to kill it, right? You definitely want to stop and kill these, because, like, this guy's worth 2.5 mobs. Easy. And yes, other players will be out fame farming. You can't really stop them. 7,238, 63 faction points. Now, remember, faction points. Don't forget faction points. You are faction flagged while you do this. And what that means is every time you get 9,000 faction points, you earn 250,000 on average fame. That's how much fame you're earning on average. And it doesn't take too long. Like, oh, look, I'm at 16. I'm almost at 18,000. That's 500,000 additional fame. And I'm going to hit that number very, very quickly here. Like, if I do one more lap, I will guaranteed hit that number easy. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an item that some other player left behind, which could be anything. Could be a 4-4, could be an 8-4. I don't think anyone's made 8-4 yet. Now, things are getting a little dicey here, so I want to pop armor. Oh, and by the way, I just want to point out that the rock golem, like, mobs, or whatever mob is, you know, akin to the zone, I don't count that as a mob, because they don't give good fame. And that is a tone bug. Look, 16,000 in my pocket, and all the silver that's dropping 1,420. Like, you're just making hand over fist silver doing this. And remember, I do have the 3 days of free premium active that a new player would have when they do the tutorial. So yes, without premium, obviously you're not going to make as much, obviously. And no, I don't have a satchel, and no, I don't have auto respec on, because again, I'm a brand new character on Europe. I don't have anything maxed yet. So now this mob spawn was stolen earlier by players, and it's still gone. So there we go. That one's desolate. Now the panther I'm using here, there's a trick to it, and I just want to share with you. See how I'm galloping right now? No, I'm not galloping. So if I count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000 and hit my button, or 5 1,000 rather, you can gallop and dash at the same time, which will give you even more move speed. So there was supposed to be a camp right here that I have circled on my map, right here around this little rock thing. And they're dead. They're not there. A player has killed them. A player has claimed their lives. And so, and there's another one here. You can even see the campfire. It's still warm. You know, still warm campfire. So other players might also be doing this, but other players also run radar hacks or even automatic mapping programs. So there are players that do that. They run a program that automatically maps it for them, and they'll be like, "Oh, I just know where all the spawns are." And there's not much you can do about that except just continue to, you know, fame farm. You can try to find another zone with less players. There's a lot of things you can do, but like I don't feel like pulling that one. It's just 2 mobs. Now this one is, let's see, 3, and then we get this guy, that's 4, and oh, we got a little bit of trouble, a little bit of faction trouble. And the thing is doing this faction farm, or fame farm rather. It's not a faction farm. All right, I'm rooted. Hit this guy, hit him, slap him, kill him. See, now this pull took a little longer because I'm sloppy about it. But if you had a proper build, you know, you're gonna go way faster. Anyway, let's just go right up top here, and let's see, that's the 3, these are the 2, that's a 5, so this little 5-man camp. And again, if these mobs are all upgraded, if you're playing on West or Asia, like, these zones are dead as hell, so you're gonna constantly get upgraded mobs, whereas, again, I'm showing you the worst case scenario possible. I'm showing you day freaking one of a new server opening where the game is at its peak popularity, where everyone is out here fame farming, okay? And it may not seem like there's a lot of people, but I mean, I'll teleport to town and prove it to you, okay? Oh, there's a player nearby. Ooh, and he's mining. Does he want to fight? I don't think he wants to fight. No, he's spinning around. He's doing his little I don't know what his name is. Benalia. Is that what my name would have been if I was a female streamer? He calls me a noob! What a jerk! What a jerk, man. Now, he could dismount and possibly kill me here, because I'm getting beat up. Yeah, there he goes. Yep, there he goes. And I don't have run speed on W. Oh, man, I'm in trouble. Oh, man. Maybe? I don't think I get this. Nope. Oh, I got it. Oh. Oh, almost, Benalia. You almost got me, but you're in gathering gear. And man, did that take? That took none of his mana. He's full mana. What the hell? Since when does he? Oh, he's just flat 5. That's why it's a little flat 5. That's it. But it looks like someone's stealing my camp. But you get so yes. If you're faction flag, sometimes you get into little fights. But I did start it. You know, I did start the fight, but it's fine. I did a proper calculation of range, distance to remounting. And I managed to do it, and I think if he had, the speed run W, or if I did, that fight would be different. Also, this mob camp is cleared. Let's go ahead. I'm going to teleport home and just show you just how I'm going to get aggroed. These guys are going to aggro me before I teleport home, aren't they? Oh, man. Maybe not. Maybe not. Did I farm enough? No, whatever. I'll do it later. It's fine. Don't worry. I don't want to keep you guys... He says buy better gear. I didn't swipe. I grinded this fair and square. Oh, 6,000 repair. Oh, boy. All right, so you can see here, 228 people in Bridge Watch. Let's go in the bank. Look how many people are in this damn bank. We're all flipping and stuff, man. They're all big banking. And 325. Okay, so the numbers are a little bit down from earlier. It was at 999 when I filmed earlier. So I think some of the Europe bros went to bed. There's still a huge amount of freaking players. Way more than Asia. Way more than America West. Okay, guys. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you so much. Go out there and fame farm more efficiently in the open world. Get your 100 masteries and specs up. And then eventually you can transition into doing statics, which is way, way better. And you'll look back on the golden years of fame farming in the open world and be like, man, I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. Because you can just go to the static. You don't have to make a map. You don't have to, like, plan a route or anything. Anyway, thank you so much, and see you later. And, oh, yeah, click the right side of your screen. There's a video. If you don't click the video, you're going to have solicitors knock on your door. There you go.